supervisors at Glasgow are working with distance learning students, which is a particular challenge because you don't necessarily meet up on a monthly or bi-weekly or whatever basis face-to-face, but there are ways to replicate that experience. Skype or FaceTime or your friends. And I think it's maybe particularly important with distance students that you really keep in regular contact. I think here on campus at Glasgow, there's a certain extent to which students may have an office in your building or on a sector of the campus where you pass them going to get a cup of coffee or something like that. And obviously you don't have that with your distance students, so you really need to make sure they feel part of the community. And the other thing that I've been able to do with some of my distance students is to try to encourage them to, wherever they are, find some community, some community of students or intellectual community, whether it's going to talks at their local library or just something that gives them some intellectual structure where they are, so they don't feel as isolated.
I have supervised quite a few students at distance. I tend to use Skype to do that. And nowadays, certainly bandwidth allowing, we use the video technology that Skype allows, so you can at least get a partial eye-to-eye contact with people. No technological solution is going to be as good as a face-to-face solution, quite obviously. So I think you have to be a bit more assiduous in terms of the action points that come out of a supervision, and you have more exchanges between supervisions. So, for example, you would have more email communications between those supervisions, so as to crystallise some of the things that have been agreed when you meet in a Skype call.
As with all students, try and involve them as much as possible within the academic culture and the general activities of the department, so that there isn't so much of a divide between the full-time staff and the PhDs. And I think within my own subject area and within our own centre, which has been dedicated to postgraduate research and capacity building, that's something we've tried to encourage. We lay on events which are open to staff and PhD students, and where I have a distance student, I would try wherever possible to get them enrolled at an event, and that's another opportunity for face-to-face interaction.